just not doing the right things?
No, I mean, we did the right things. We did some good things, outside of giving up, 20 offensive rebounds. But you hold a high-powered offense like this to before the fourth quarter, before we got the subs in, we played some good defense. We didn't get the rebounds like we wanted to. Had 16 turnovers, which you can't do. But I thought the intent was right. I thought we did some good things defensively. And like I said, we didn't come up with the rebound all the time, but I thought we did some good things. And then we just didn't make shots either. Couldn't make any shots when we needed to.
Sabonis obviously had the game that he did. What problems did he give you guys, specifically in the second half when he seemed to really get going in the third?
7 offensive rebounds, putbacks around the rim. I thought Zoo did a good job, in the pick and roll, when he gets that little short roll to absorb the contact early and, make him finish over the top, which he did a good job. But I thought the offensive rebounds when Zoo went to help or Zoo went to go block a shot, the crackbacks wasn't there, all the time, and he got some easy baskets around the rim.
I did want to ask you about those offensive rebounds. Of course, yes, Domantas did have 7. What do you got to do to, try to? He did this a couple times. So what do you have to do?
No, I think he's a big body, and so when Zoo and DT and those guys go to block shots, we got to make sure our guards are physical with the crackbacks, so make sure we meet him early, try to hit him high to keep him off the glass, and so. If you look at it, I think he got a lot of those when, our bigs were going to block shots and then, we wasn't big enough to keep him off the glass. And so our backside defense wasn't really good, and so he took advantage of that.
See, I think James made only 1 shot tonight and only took 3 shots in Charlotte. Are you satisfied with that level of volume from him as a scorer, or are you going to have a conversation about him needing to?
Well, no, I mean, it's the way they played him. I mean, they blitzed him all night, so in the pick and roll, he couldn't really get it, get his shots off. And maybe I could have did a little bit more ISO for him to try to loosen him up, but they just, they showed they wasn't going to let him play. And so in the pick and rolls, when they blitz, we know they're going to blitz PG, Kawhi, James, and so we work on it every single day. So just executing the blitz, coverages offensively, we need to do a better job. But I thought PG did a good job of getting off of it, getting to the short roll and making the play out of it. But we just, with James, they just said they weren't going to let him play. So,
what needs to happen when it's a blitz, or if you can ISO, what needs to happen for the offense to execute that? Is it more about
blitz, throw the ball to the short roll is 4-on-3 on the backside. I mean, everybody does it. It's the same thing.
Ty, how do you not let a night like tonight dampen the mood after the trip that you guys had?
I mean, great trip, 3-1, coming out, on this trip, to go 3-1, I thought was a really good trip, for us. And like I said, we didn't make shots, we didn't score the basketball at a high clip, but I did like some of the things we did defensively. And so just competing on that end of the floor, which, was really good for us, and we just couldn't make shots.
After you guys have 7 games left in the regular season, what do you want to see before you guys go into the playoffs?
I want us to play like we have the last 4 games, just continue to build defensively, continue to have that defensive mindset, and getting stops. But we got to rebound the basketball better. It's been one of our Achilles heels of taking care of the basketball and rebounding. So we got to do a better job with that. But I like, our intent. I like our competitive nature as far as guarding these last 4 games and how we approach the game. So just continue to keep building off that. Just take what the defense gives you, but if we're not attacking the paint, getting into the paint, you're not going to get the open threes that you can usually generate by attacking the paint. So, without the double teams with Kawhi, without, all those different things, we wasn't going to be able to get a lot of threes up, but we should be able to take advantage of it more versus their blitz, and we just didn't execute it, as good as we needed to, I think, but we can get more threes up, yeah, for sure.